Hey guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is so very special. I definitely wanted to talk about my Rephr brushes, especially because they're having their last concept store sale, which I cannot even fathom. I have quite a bit of recommendations for you guys. Eye brushes as well as face brushes. So if you guys want to see a full face of application using the Rephr brushes that I absolutely love and adore, I will definitely give you my top favorites. Please keep on watching. Okay, let's begin with the application. I am going to talk about my favorite brushes from Rephr because Rephr is having their last concept store sale. I thought this is an apt video to film it for you guys just so that you are aware of which are the brushes that I would recommend from my interest. I love Rephr in total, I would say, but there are certain things that I absolutely cannot live without. So let me start off with that. First, let me mention their brush soap. This is my ride or die soap. I don't know what I'm gonna do when they run out of sale. Because this is my backup. I just opened one and it's sitting in my bathroom. This is the backup that just came in. So this is definitely a must-have, especially if you feel like your brushes get stained and stuff, especially your natural hair brushes. This is such a beautiful one to have in the collection. I'm talking apart from brushes, there's one more thing that I would recommend, and that is their light hydration cream. This is the third tube that I have from them. This is the light hydration cream V2. This I often use it as my primer, and this is so lightweight. I'm more of a combination skin type, and this is very, very lightweight. It's a big tube, as you can see. It comes with 3.13 fluid ounce, which is quite a bit, I would say. So I just apply it like my moisturizer, but it is so lightweight on the skin. It hydrates the skin, but it doesn't look like tacky or heavy on the skin, which is always a plus point in my opinion. This is a moisturizer that I would miss if I do not have it in my collection. So I definitely have a backup of this already sitting, and if I do have a backup of something, that is saying a lot, especially when I have so much already in my collection, right? So once we have that moisturizer all on, let's move on to the makeup, but I definitely wanted to talk about those two things. Now, I'm also going to talk about some sets and some brushes. I have quite a bit of a collection in front of me, face brushes as well as eye brushes. But if I have to talk about a set, I would highly recommend these brushes. This is LC 1, 2, and 3. This set is so beautiful. This is amazing for foundation, any cream bronzer, cream blush situation, and this is beautiful for concealer. I also have other brush, which is this one. This also actually came in a set of B, O1, O2, and O3. Where is it? This was another set, but I would prefer, as you can see, my brushes are dirty. I use it all the time. But if you ask me out of these two, I would prefer this one. So that is my recommendation out of the face brush set. I'll definitely tell that. Okay. So let's start off with the foundation. I'm going to take my Estee Lauder foundation. This is the Sheer Longwear Makeup. And I'm going to just put that all across my face. I love this foundation. It's not unused to anybody. It's lightweight. It gives the amount of coverage that I'm looking for, especially on a day-to-day basis. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to take this brush. This is LC03. And you'll see how beautifully it melts into the skin. It covers a good amount of area, which makes it so easy on the face. And this, it doesn't leave me with any streak marks or anything. It's definitely a denser brush. So if you are looking for coverage, this will provide you coverage. Okay, so you saw how easy it was to blend everything on the face, and absolutely no streak marks. Obviously, I have people visiting here, so we'll tackle it in just a second. But that's a good amount of coverage that I'm looking for, and you can see such smooth application on the face. I absolutely love this one. Okay, so once you've seen that, let's move on to the concealer. I'm taking my Natasha Denona concealer in the shade NP10. I'm going to just apply that on my blemishes. And I just apply a very tiny bit underneath the eyes, and that's all that I need for my concealer. And now I'm going to take this brush, which is LC01 in the same like the set, and I'm going to just tap it on top of that blemish, and it's already gone. And this, you can see how easily it fits into the socket of the eyes. It's really soft and very blendable. That's all that I need for my concealer. Blends in no time at all. You can also take that on the sides of the nose. The shape of the brush definitely helps. It's like a slanted brush. The brush that I said before, the B01, this is also a slant, but you can see it's more dense and it's more straighter, it's more dome shaped. This definitely has that slant, so this helps to move the bristles on the face very, very beautifully. Okay, so I definitely would prefer this. I do have another concealer brush from them which I really like, and that is this one, which is Rephr number 35. Now this is definitely not slanted, it's more like a dome shape. I love that for like spot concealing or even underneath the eyes. It works beautifully, so I would highly recommend 35. Okay, so once we have that, let me just set my under eyes. So I'm just going to take my Florasis powder, this one. You've seen me use that too. I'm just using the sponge here, just on the center of my face. Okay, now let's move on to the cream blush. For the cream blush, I mean, you can use anything. I am gonna take, what are we taking? Let's take this, the Fui blush in the shade Faded. And I am gonna take my next brush from them, which is LC02. I'm gonna just take that on the brush and then apply it on my face, okay? And you'll see how beautifully it blends on the face. Absolutely is beautiful and blurring. This brush is very, very versatile. You can definitely use this for cream blush, cream bronzer, any cream products. And this LC is for liquid or creams. That's what it stands for. So you can see how that beautifully melts into the skin. Really, really love this. So once we have that all placed on the cheeks, let's move on to the powders now. And let me give you more recommendations on the face brushes for the powders. Okay, apart from that, I would say I absolutely love these two face brushes, number 5 and number 4. Number 4 is beautiful for, it's more of a slanted but a flimsy but a thicker brush, I would say. I really love this for blush application. It is a perfect size for blush application, but this is for powders. So this is number 4 and this is number 5, which is absolutely amazing for powder bronzer. I love the shape. I love a domed shape with like a pinched ferrule. I really love that for contouring or bronzing on my face. I really, really love it. So let's do that. Okay, for powder bronzer, I'm taking the WhatsApp Beauty powder bronzer in the shade Tan, and I'm going to take that on the brush. This is how it looks. Okay, taking it on a clean blending brush. This I have traveled with. I've used it several times on my channel. I'm going to just take that across the perimeters of the face, and this will give the warmth that you're looking for and such a beautiful even application. You can immediately see the color showing up. I really, really love it. So once we have that all across the face, now let me also show number 4 in application, and for that let's take this House Labs blush in the shade French Rosette, this one, and I'm gonna take that. You can see one dip would be enough for you to pick up the product and disperse it on your face. Okay, really beautiful. And these brushes washes so nicely. So those were the powder products. Now let's move on to the eye brushes, which according to me is the highlight of Rephr brushes. I really love them. Okay, so if I have to recommend a set for eye brushes, I would, if you have the money, if you have $100 to spend, go for that 10 on 10 brush collection. You will absolutely love it. I have multiples of a few brushes, but if you're looking for singles, let me tell you, my favorites is definitely Rephr number 15, Rephr number 1 for sure. And for flat shader brush, I would recommend Rephr number 28. So these are definitely my favorite brushes from Rephr. But if you have, let's say, hooded eyes, I would definitely recommend the mini set. This is an amazing set to have in your collection, especially if you have small hooded eyes. This is a mini set which you would absolutely love. So that basically means you have Rephr 1 mini. So that's just a smaller version of the Rephr 1. You have Rephr 15 mini. You have Rephr 2 mini. You have 13 mini and 14 mini. So that's a beautiful mini brush set that I would highly recommend. There's another brush set which is Shodo brushes, which is more on like a flimsier brush, but they blend so beautifully on the eyes. I really love it. This is definitely dirty, I'm sorry for that. This is Shodo number 2, this is Shodo 00, and this is Shodo 3. I love these brushes. They absolutely use them so many times. I obviously washed these. I have multiples of number 15, number 1, number 28 and 13. Oh, let me show you 13 actually. These are the other brushes that I have. This was in that set of B01, 02, 03. But these are the other ones. These are 15, which I've used already. This is 13. Beautiful smaller blending brush. This is number 16, which is a little bigger than 15, as you can see, and longer and pointier. And then this is a pointed brush for which is 26, but I would recommend number 3 over 26. I feel like this is a little bit more on a rounder tip. Number 3 is more like pointed. I don't have number 3, but I was trying to show you how it's gonna look. Not find that brush, but it is more like pointed like this. And then I have Rephr number 28, which is a repeat, and this is 13. So those are the brushes that I have from them and I absolutely love. Let's do a makeup look with these brushes in action so that you can see it, how it performs. I am gonna dip into my Cradled and Ice palette from Fantasy Cosmetica. You know how much I love this palette, okay? That's not news to anyone here. Okay, let's start off with this shade, Hide Away. This mauvey shade. I'm gonna take that on Rephr number 1. I feel like Rephr number 1 is a brush that I always use in every look of mine. That's why I do have like multiple versions of them. And this is more like a grayish purple shade. I'm just taking that, I would say, on the majority of the crease and also in the outer corner. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. I feel like once you invest in a eye brush set and a good eye brush set, you would not go back. Like, gone are the days when I used to go for Morphe brushes. The only affordable brush set that I would still recommend is Real Techniques. But otherwise, Real BK Beauty as well as Rephr is the one that is like go-to for me. I would say BK Beauty more for face brushes and Rephr more for eye brushes. Okay, so once we have that, let's do this shade, Hatching, this pink. And I'm taking that on Shodo 003 brush, this one. And I'm going to take that mainly just to brighten the inner part of the eyelid. Just right there, okay? And I'm also taking it underneath the brow bone, just right there. And you can see the pigment come through with these brushes. And with the palette, of course. It's a beautiful palette too, but the brushes are also doing their magic. Once you have that, I'm taking Rephr number 15 with the shade Adore, this mauve shade. And I'm going to take that in the inner part of the crease, melting it with that pink as well as that the grayish shade. So that's going to be like the inner crease shade. And you can see, you can definitely rock this as an all matte look too. Absolutely 100%. But I am going to do a little bit more. So I'm going to take this Hideaway shade on my lower lash line. And this is 13 mini. And then I'm going to take the Shodo 00 brush with this shade. Should we take this or this? Let's stick with this. The Layer shade, the deeper burgundy. And this is a flimsier brush, but you'll see it packs a punch and blends like a dream. So just tap on the edges and you can see how beautifully it blends. So pretty. Also going to take that same shade, whatever is left over, on the outer corner of the lower lash line. Okay, just going back into the shade Hideaway on the same brush and just starting to tap the edges just so that the blend is going to be smooth. Okay, now for the shimmers, I am going to take this shade Crystal, this one. You can use brush or fingers with this. I am going to take it on my Rephr number 28 brush, and I'm going to take that mainly in the center of my eyelid and melt it with that deeper shade. I'm taking it on a diagonal way, and you can see how beautifully it sticks onto the eyelid. Obviously, packing it with your fingers will make the biggest impact. But if you're not a finger person, Rephr number 28 is beautiful for that, okay? And I'll show you the difference actually. So that is with Rephr number 28. Let me show you with the finger application on the other side. Okay, so you can see that that's one layer. And this is with the second layer melted. Okay, so that's the difference. You can see it's very even both the sides. Now for the inner corner, I am going to go into the shade Frost. I'm going to take that mainly in the inner part of the crease and melt it with the other shade. Okay, oh, I didn't use the brush. Out of habit, let me do it on the other side. I'm going to take 2 mini. I'm taking the same shade Frost, and I'm taking that on the inner part. You can see how beautifully that picks up with the brush. And this is Rephr number 2. Okay, how beautiful that is. I love it. Now for the inner corner, I am gonna go back into the shade Hatching, this pink, and I'm gonna just take that in the inner part of the eye, this one, okay, just right there. Let me finish off this eye with some liner and mascara. Let's finish off with the lips. I am gonna take the Char lip liner from Unearthly Cosmetics. And then I'm going to take the L'Oreal lipstick in the shade Cutting Edge Cork. And you can see that's a full face of makeup using Rephr brushes. So let me show you my final look. I really love the way how this makeup turned out. It's a magic between products as well as the brushes. I would highly recommend Rephr brushes, and I would say definitely shop the sale, especially if it is their last sale. You absolutely should not miss out on these brushes. They are absolutely worth it. You can see how much I have in my collection and I absolutely love them. That's why I wanted to do this video for you before the sale is gone. But that's all for today. I will leave all the recommendations in the description box below for you guys, and I'll put a link for the sale also. I would highly recommend them. If you did like my video, you know what to do. Do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, we'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.